I'm Anil Kumar, and here's a practice sheet for you to understand factoring. In these examples, we'll try to understand what is factoring. We are given here 2x plus 4 equals to something times within bracket x plus 2. So like that, in every example, we have a polynomial on left side of equation which is either a sum or a difference. And on the right side, we have product of two polynomials. So whenever you write sum or a difference as a product, we call this factoring. So that is how you factor. To give you an idea, if you do 3 times 4 is 12, then 3 and 4 are factors of 12, correct? So that is how it is. So you could actually write 3 times 4 as equals to 12. So whenever you multiply two numbers, we call them as factors. So that's the concept. So here we are writing addition or subtraction as a product of two polynomials, and this process is called factoring. So in factoring, we have to factor out the greatest common factor. So we'll combine the skills of factoring the greatest common factor using these examples. So I'll do 3 for you, and these 3 are for you to practice. First one is 2x plus 4 equals to something times x plus 2, and this something is a common factor of these two terms. So what is the common factor between 2x and 4? Well, the number 2. So we can write number 2 here. So it becomes 2 times x plus 2. You can always check your result by expanding. That is, you can apply the distributive property. If you multiply 2 by x, you get 2x. 2 times 2 is 4. So you get back the original term. So that is correct factoring. Now 3x minus 6 equals to something times x minus 2. Figure this out. C. 5ab minus 10a equals to b minus 2. You can look at it in a different way. We have b here, so if I divide this by b, what is left? 5a. Now let us check if 5a is a common factor. 5 and 10, 5 is a common factor, 5 times 2 is 10. And a is also a common factor, so the greatest common factor in this case is indeed 5a. If I write 5a here as a common factor, then 5ab divided by 5a is b, so we get that inside the bracket. Minus 10a divided by 5a is indeed minus 2, so that is correct. Now based on this, you can factor the given expression here, so try it out. E is 6a cubed b square minus 9ba equals to something times within bracket 2a square b square minus 3. Now let us try to understand factoring. Here, let's apply what we learned in A and C. So what we learned is, what is common factor between 6 and 9? Number 3, right? So let's write 3 here. That's the number. Now in the variables, we have a cube and a. So a is a common factor. We can write a. And then we have b square and b, so b is also a common factor. So 3ab is the greatest common factor between these two terms. Now if I factor 3ab, what remains? That we can find by dividing 6a cubed b square by 3ab. 6 divided by 3 is 2, a cubed divided by a is a square, b square divided by b is b. So this should be actually b. So let me make this correction here. So this should be b. Now next term is 9ba. 9 divided by 3 is 3 minus sign. b divided by b is 1, so it's not there, and a divided by a is also 1, so we're just number 3 here. So that is how you can do it. So this one is your problem to practice. 8pq square plus 4qr equals to something times 2pq plus r. Okay, try it yourself and then move on to the next video. Thank you and all the best.